My rent hasn't actually been $1,100 for 3 years. It's been $1,550. Someone else was quietly paying the difference, and until last month, I had no idea. I found out because my landlord, Mr. Okafor, finally retired and sold the building to a management company. They sent everyone a ledger summary, basically a printout of the account history. Mine showed 2 payments every month, one from me, one from an account labeled S. Hargrove, rent supplement. I sat on my kitchen floor and read it like it was written in another language. 3 years, 36 months, over $16,000. I don't know anyone named S. Hargrove. That's what I told myself. My first theory was a bank error. My second was some housing program I never applied for. It took an embarrassing hour before my brain caught up. Hargrove, Silas Hargrove, my best friend since 4th grade, who moved 2 states away after college and still texts me memes at 1 a.m. I called him before I could decide what I even felt. He picked up on the second ring, cheerful, and I said, "Silas, the rent." And there was this silence so long I thought the call dropped. Then he said, "The landlord was never supposed to tell you. He wasn't even going to deny it." I asked why, and he gave me this careful, rehearsed-sounding answer about having money now and me being family and it not being a big deal. And maybe I would have accepted that, cried a little, felt weird but grateful. Except he ended with, "Please just let it go. I don't want credit for it." That's the part that kept me up. People who do generous things usually want, at minimum, a thank you. Silas was begging me to unknow it, so I pushed. And what came out was something I've been chewing on ever since. Senior year of high school, I got caught with a bottle of vodka in my bag on a band trip. It wasn't mine, it was Silas's, but his early admission to college was conditional and mine wasn't, so I said it was mine. Felt noble at 17. The school made an example of me. I lost my music scholarship, my top choice pulled my acceptance, and my whole life quietly rerouted through community college and a decade of being broke while Silas's took off. I made peace with that a long time ago. It was my choice. What I didn't know, what Silas told me on that phone call with his voice shaking, was that the punishment wasn't standard. His dad was on the school board. When the incident got reviewed, his dad pushed for the harshest outcome possible, publicly, specifically so nobody would look too closely at whose bottle it actually was. Silas found this out 3 years ago, going through his dad's emails after his dad passed. He read the whole thread, my name, discussed like a problem to be disposed of. He said he threw up. Then he sat with it for a week, trying to figure out how to tell me, and couldn't, so he set up the payment instead. "It's not a gift," he told me. "It's a debt. If I told you, you'd forgive me, and I don't want to be forgiven. I just want it fixed." I've thought about that sentence every day for a month, because here's the thing. I wasn't even angry at him. I was angry at a dead man I can't confront, and at a 17-year-old kid who let me jump on a grenade, and those are 2 different people, and one of them has been quietly bleeding money out of guilt for 3 years. I told him to cancel the payments. He refused. We actually fought about it, which is insane. 2 adults arguing because one of them insists on giving the other one money. Here's where we landed. The payments stop. The $16,000 becomes what he owes me, and he's paying it off in person. 1 flight out here every couple of months, dinners, my couch, showing up like he used to. First installment was last weekend. He did my dishes and fixed my closet door, and at one point just stood in my kitchen and said, "I'm sorry," with no explanation attached, and I let it sit there. I don't know if that's forgiveness, but it felt less like charity and more like a friendship, and honestly, that's the only currency I ever wanted from him.